Interesting card. You'll call me master. Let me read the effect of Lone Fire Blossom. Once per turn, you contribute one face-up plant monster, and there are two, not including this monster, of plant monsters. Contribute them. Special summon one plant type monster from your deck. So if they're special summoned, a lot of them run their effects. It's still loaded. It's not a bad monster by any means. It's more based on effects. And I carry 3 of Lone Fire Blossom. And also, this is the only level 3 monster in my deck, where all the other Traptrix are level 4s. How my deck works, along with setting up a bunch of traps, because they're called Traptrix, is going into the Extra or Yixi Fusion Synchro deck. And let me get into that after I tell you guys my traps and my spells. Traps that we have a ton of, so that might take a little while. So wait and see. Seriously, move your pill bottles. Oh, shut the hell up. But fine, I'll move them. Because if it bothers you that much... Wait a minute, do you just want to see my ass? Whatever, I'll move them anyway. Alright. Anyways, back to work. Gucci and Viking, we're not going to get into this crazy debate again. I remember it got really weird last time. Anyways, let's move into the spells of my Traptrix deck. Some pretty standard spells for a lot of decks. I carry 3 very normal, very normally used spells. One set being mystical space typhoon. I carry 3 of mystical space typhoon. If anybody doesn't know how mystical space typhoon works, I will give a short, or since it's a pretty short explanation anyway, of how mystical space typhoon works. Mystical space typhoon works literally by destroy one spell or trap card on the field. The cool thing is it's a quick spell. It's a quick play spell. So if it's face down on the field during my opponent's turn, he lays down a trap or a spell face down. I can immediately flip this up and destroy the card. Or if a card, is on the field that my opponent summoned beforehand, I can summon this immediately, or put this on the field and immediately destroy that trap or spell. It's very handy for destroying field cards, such as, for example, Traptrix Mansion or Necro Valley from another one of my decks that I might do a deck profile some other time. But yes, to be short, I use 3 mystical space typhoons. Very common, very easily used, very well-known cards. Next is 2 more cards that a lot of people use, especially for like Exodia decks, or cards where you want to get, or decks where you want to get specific cards drawn, or a lot of cards drawn. Are 2. I am looking for a third of Upstart Goblin. Very commonly used card. How it works is you draw 1 card from your deck and your opponent gains 1,000 life points. Kind of a hard pay, but really nice for a lot of decks. I'm looking for a third one of these, but currently I have 2 Upstart Goblins. Okay, they're actually surprisingly rare. And then the last of my spell cards that I use for my Traptrix deck is my Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality is a pretty commonly used spell card. I carry 3 of them in this deck. I have, I think, 1 ultimate version, so it's a lot rarer and more expensive, a little shiny. How Pot of Duality works is reveal the top 3 cards from your deck and add 1 of them to your hand. Then shuffle the rest back into the deck. You can only activate 1 Pot of Duality per turn, and cannot special summon a monster or monsters during the turn you activate this card. So yeah, there's limitations to it, but it's really handy. And you have to make sure, I know a lot of people have problems with that, they don't actually show the cards that came off the top of their hand. Really annoying thing. I used to make the mistake, but now I don't. revealing those cards, and then reshuffling them. I carry 3 of Pot of Duality. Alright, and that is the end of the spells and, like before, normal monsters, or I guess they're effect monsters, all of them are, in my Traptrix deck. Moving on to the most important part of the Traptrix deck, the traps. Can't believe I said it like that. Whatever. Starting off first, a very commonly used card. Oh, Viking, you shut your whore mouth. But anyways, this is a deck profile. You can listen to it some other time. It's really not important right now for you. I hope to play some games later tonight, but right now we are doing this because I said I would do it. Because I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And been busy in tournaments, and these are the decks I've been using recently. Starting off with a very commonly used, limited to 1 card per deck, Bottomless Trap Hole. Very simple card, very powerful. Works very well with this deck. Whenever your opponent summons a monster with 1500 or more attack, destroy and remove from play, not just destroy and send to the graveyard. Remove from play that or those monsters. Pretty simple card, very powerful, very annoying for a lot of people. Bottomless Trap Hole. Moving on, I carry 2 of another very commonly used card called the Haunted. Was seen very early on in the early parts of the anime. How it works is, if you don't already know, activate this card by targeting 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target in face-up attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster that was summoned by this card. And when that target is destroyed, destroy this card. So on and so forth. I carry 2 of Call of the Haunted. 1 special rare, 1 normal. Next for my traps is, let me get the other one, is a card I recently got, and really glad that I did get because it's really helpful, is Void Trap Hole. Void Trap Hole, a lot of people don't find it useful always, but in a Traptrix deck, it's extremely useful. Let me read how it works. When your opponent special summons a monster with 2000 or more attack, negate the effects, so you're negating the effects if it's an effect monster, of course. It only works if it's an effect monster. Yes, you can only, well, technically you can actually have, if you have 2, you can use both of them. But how this card works is negate the effects of that monster with 2000 or more attack, and if you do, destroy it. So this will only work on effect monsters that have effects on the field when they are summoned on the field, or special summon effects to avoid them. What, do you know how this card works? Because I carry 2 of them. Very helpful in a Traptrix deck. Next is, I think I only carry 1. Oh, no, I carry 2. Maybe do I carry 3? Hold on. I carry 2 of a very commonly used card. Everybody who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Normally probably has seen this and hated it at one point. Good old Mirror Force. Very fun card, very ass-kicking card. It can absolutely ruin a game for somebody. But I carry 2 of them. I had explained how it worked in my Ghost Trick version. Is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. I carry 2 of them. 1 very shiny, 1 very nice, and the other just a regular version. It, unfortunately, Mirror Force does not work with all the crazy effects of Traptrix monsters. But next, a very important card, and a card that actually his name goes with Traptrix. A good old Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. Pretty cool name. Let me see if I can get a good look at it. We got some Traptrix working with some insects here. All different kinds of fun stuff. I carry 2 of them in my deck. And let me go ahead and read the effects. When a monster your opponent controls that was special summoned this turn activates its effects, negate the effects, and if you do, destroy that monster, that effect monster. Really great if they're summoning that out and you got these sitting and waiting, or they're in your hand, because you can go straight from your hand if you have certain Traptrix monsters out. Bring it out, destroy that monster. Yes, I am planning to play a game later. I just promised I would do these 2, or maybe more, probably 2, deck profiles. I am planning to play, don't worry. Not sure what I'm going to play yet, but I am planning to play. Next is Ring of Destruction. Not a very... Some people use it, some don't. It all depends. How it works is destroy one face-up monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. Pretty good, especially if your opponent has a very, very powerful monster out on the field. Like maybe an Egyptian god monster, a Siberian dragon. Really powerful monsters. Destroy them as long as their effects don't stop this card. And bye-bye, good portion of my opponent's life points. Yes, I am still in Mexico. I am here for a little less than 2 weeks left. And then I will be back in America, and I will be able to stream and prepare for classes 3 weeks before I go. Will the gameplay him? Huh. Food for thought. Now go make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. Just saying. Next is actually a card not very many use, but some do, depending, is a card called Breakthrough Skill. A card that a lot of people don't know how it works. I at first didn't know how it works until I started using it. Funny thing is, I carry 2 of them in this deck. I have one that's in English, making sure that's the English one, and one that's in Spanish, a Spanish version, because I was able to get it much cheaper, and I already know how it works. But let me go ahead and read it off. If you'd like, I can read off the Spanish version too. Ring of Defense, very nice. But yes, how Breakthrough Skill works is target one face-up effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the effects of that opponent's face-up monster until the end of this turn. During your turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, and then target one face-up effect position monster your opponent controls. Negate the target's effects until the end of this turn. So it's 2 negates for this card. Pretty nice. Okay, if you want, I'll read it off in Spanish. It's called Habilidad Romperada. Selecciona un monstruo de efecto boca abra que controle tu adversario. Hasta el final de este turno, niega los efectos de este monstruo boca abre de tu adversario. Durante tu turno, excepto en el turno de esta carta, fue mandada al cementerio. Puedes destruir esta carta en tu cementerio. Y después seleccionar un monstruo de efecto boca abre y controlar tu adversario. Hasta el final este turno niegue los efectos este objeto. I read horrible in Spanish. Well, sorry. Would you rather me start speaking totally in Spanish? I can do that too. Anyways, onward. Next is another very normal stable trap card that everybody uses. Let me get a good look at it. Compulsory evacuation device. Very normal card a lot of people use. Target one monster on the field and return that target to the hand. So if they're summoning a monster or just some monster on the field you don't like, get rid of it, send it back to their hand. Works very well for special summon monsters from the EXE or fusion monsters or synchro monsters. Great because it sends it straight back to the deck and back to the extra deck, and there goes their monster. It's not just in there. It's not just gone because can't go to their hand. It goes back to the extra deck, and they lose all the material and everything used to bring it out. Really nice. Except you're only limited to 1. And yes, Viking, before you give me crap, this is what the back of my Traptrix Monsters card looks like. A mermaid, very lowly mermaid, just because I thought it'd be funny for this deck, and creepy in its own hilarious way. Anyways. Next, I carry 3 of these, is Nutria Sacred Tree. Really long, very extraneous effects, but I unfortunately will have to read them all for this deck profile. Let me see where I put all of them. Here we are. Just as proof that I carry 3. Right here. 3 Nutria Sacred Tree. Let me go ahead and read the effects. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1 Nutria. Unfortunately, I don't carry a Nutria monster. From your deck to your hand. Don't carry any, except Nutria Sacred Tree. You can only use one of the following effects on Nutria once per turn, and only once that turn. You contribute 1 Earth insect type monster. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower Earth plant type monster from your deck. Since the Traptrix monsters are plants or insects, works really well. And then the other effect is you contribute 1 Earth plant monster and special summon 1 level 4 or lower Earth insect type monster from your deck. And since, like I said, they are plant or insect, works really well.